Since you have read the title and you have clicked on the video, let me get straight to the point. Should you send your samples for free to the businesses as a freelancer or as a business owner who has a service-based business? Now, the answers are yes and no. The answers are both. And it depends on you which answer do you want to go ahead with. And I'm going to tell you literally everything about this thing. So let us get started. Number one thing is that the main reason why everyone advocates against doing free samples is that in 90% cases, the client is just going to get the work done and they are going to ghost you and they will give you some lame, foolish reasons to leave you. And you won't get anywhere. And free samples, the word they have free in it, but it do takes a lot of time. And you invest that time and then you get nothing in return. Now that's a very problematic thing. So that's the number one reason why the majority is going to advise you that you do not have to do free samples at all. My perspective, my opinions, and my whole way of operating on this particular thing is very different from the majority. Like every way, every move that I make is different from the majority. But when it comes to particularly this free sample thing, I think very differently. If the job or the gig that you applied for is paying you more than what you are currently earning, I say you should give that free sample a shot. Now, given that you have verified everything about the opportunity, about the company, whether they are seriously hiring or not, whether they have posted multiple roles, multiple postings for the same roles, you have to see all these stuff. You make sure that the hiring is legit. Once you find out that the hiring is legit, then you should think about sending a free sample. Number one reason is that the pay that these guys are offering, it's more than what you are actually making right now. So if you are making $1,000 a month and the role that they are asking a free sample for is for $2,000, you should take your chance. Because if that particular opportunity strikes, your income just got increased up by 100%. And you would not want to miss that. Okay, so once you have seen that the posting is legit, you are willing to do the free sample, there are a few things you have to keep in mind. Number one, the free sample should not take more than 30 minutes of your time. You do not have to send a whole month of calendar. You do not have to write 30-40 posts. A free sample means that they want to see what you are capable of doing, and that thing should not take more than half an hour of your time. Because I have seen this thing. Most of the businesses, what they do is that they are going to post out a job posting, then they are going to reach out to a lot of people. Like they simply post it and there are a lot of applicants, they reach out to them. And they are going to offer them different tasks. So like if there are 10 people who applied for that posting, which the number is very less, I'm saying you like the number is in hundreds and thousands, you know that. For example, if 10 people applied for a Twitter ghostwriter role, they are going to give you 10 topics each. So that is like they offer 10 pieces to write to each and every person. Now for say if only 3 people do the paid sample, they have got 30 posts ready. So they have just got a whole month of Twitter content from 3 people without paying anything. That's why I'm saying that it should not take more than 30 minutes of your time. If it is taking more than 30 minutes, you should ditch it because that's not actually worth it. You don't want to give all your skills, all your knowledge for free. Otherwise, what's the point of even charging? And in order for a business to know about what you are capable enough of doing, a sample, like if you are a blogger, if you are for writing, 300 words are enough. If you are a copywriter, 1 or 2 copies, they are more than enough. If you are a script writer, an intro and the first paragraph is more than enough to know what kind of script or what kind of skill set this person has and whether they are a fit for us or not. Do not invest your time in any project that exceeds 30-minute limit. Now, another thing arises that, Vaibhav, what if we send the free sample and they just use it because that's our material, right? They just use it. We are not in a contract. They just simply like whatever I wrote, whatever I have given to them, they simply post it out. In this case, number one thing that you need to keep in mind is there is no contract in place. There is no employer-employee relationship. There is no contractual basis to the whole thing. That thing that you send to them, it's yours. It will always be yours until unless you sign on something. So why would you guys want to just send it plain across to them? What you can do is, if you are a writer, if you are a social media manager, if you are anybody, I'm not taking any particular niche in example, put your stuff out, the free sample, on something that you own. So if you have a domain, put it out on that. If you have your Instagram page, put it out on that. If you have your Pinterest, put it out on that. If you have your YouTube channel, put that script out there. If you have a blog, put it on your website, on your LinkedIn newsletter, in a simple LinkedIn post, or anywhere that implies that that thing is yours, because it is yours. So what happens is, like, if you send 1,000-word article as a free sample for some reason, and the client simply posts it out from their account, what are you going to do? Because if you haven't posted it on any of your sites, that's the client's material. So he already posted it. So now that will come as plagiarized and you have lost the originality. So instead, what you do is you write the blog, and instead of sharing the Word file, just upload it on your free Medium account. Upload it on Medium, share the link that this was the sample I wrote and now it's there. That's it. The business can't use it anymore, because if they are going to use it, then the crawler would simply say, the Google will simply identify that this content has been copied and plagiarized from this particular Medium article that you wrote. Problem solved. Now, in case of video editors, yes, I understand that's not the problem. Well, in case of video editors, thumbnails, and all you guys who are someone that Google can't find, in your case, post it out on your public profiles, your company profiles, or anywhere, anything that you own that's related to you, that you can call those people out and then back up that you actually owned this stuff. So this is literally it. Why am I advocating free samples? The reason is very simple, because I do it. If it is not taking much of my time and the opportunity is good, I take that particular shot. You won't want to waste your time on projects that are taking a lot of your time where you have no certainty. But if a thing that takes very less much of your time and the rewards are higher, like the risk to reward ratio, that's good. You should give it a chance. Now, many people advocate about paid trials. See, no matter which kind of business or at what level you reach, there are many people who are not comfortable with paid assignments. They are not comfortable with paid samples because they think that if the sample is bad, then also we'll have to pay. Understand this whole scenario from a business perspective and from your service provider perspective, because both of them are playing safe from their side and both of them are actually exploiting each other. At least the majority is exploiting each other, if not everyone. What businesses are doing? They simply take out work from a lot of people and then they use it like it's their own property, like they have the right over it, which in the first place they don't have it. So that's why I'm saying you need to post it out on your profile. You need to post it out on somewhere that you have the proof that this was your original piece, this was your mind, this was your blood, your sweat, your effort. If you don't have that, it's going to be problematic and you will always have these traumatizing experiences and you will just say that I'm not going to do free samples, and then you are going to pass upon a lot of opportunities. Because many people that I have worked with, I landed them because I did a very good free sample for them. And these things make you stand out. Like I recently read somewhere that over 1,000 people applied, and when it come to the assignment, hardly there were 10 people. And out of those 10, 2-3 people got selected. And that's how it is in the real world. That's how even we also filter out. Like every business who is asking for a free sample is not just doing it to get benefit without paying you. The serious businesses, the serious guys, they actually want to see what you are capable enough of doing. Now you will argue that we have our portfolio for that. That's right. You have your portfolio. Now, for example, if you are a YouTube thumbnail designer and you are working with people across the food industry, the traveling and vlogging and entertainment stuff, and I want to hire you for my particular channel that is in the educational stuff, in the education niche, I would want to see a sample. Now, I always do paid samples whenever I hire people because I know it takes a lot of time to create the thumbnail and all that stuff. But even if I were to ask for a free sample, you see the intent behind is that I know that the person I'm hiring, he has no experience in the education niche. Even if he's a good designer, I want to see what kind of thumbnails he's going to design for me. So in this way, the business safeguards and double shores that they are hiring the right person. Now, I hope you understand the psyche behind it. I know you wouldn't have heard of offering free samples and somebody advocating in favor of it, but I have given you a way out. I've told you how the thing is. I've told you why it happens. I've told you the positives, the negatives, and now the decision is on you. Like, I'm not implementing that you should do it, you should do that. Like, it's just my advice that if you can, you should do it. If you don't want to, don't do it. Like, I'm nobody to make you do it anyways. In order to succeed, you need to make those choices and those decisions which the majority isn't making. And in this sample thing, not many people are doing it. And if you have the right opportunity, you can land it. And that's gonna help you a lot in the longer run. So I would say, like, if you can, you should. And on that note, let us conclude this video because I don't want to make it any longer and I'm literally crossing the 10-minute threshold every time. So, yep, in case you want to see the 6 things that businesses hate, that's gonna come up right here. Just watch it and I'll see you there.